sent in. So I told him once I looked at the list, compared them to see that difference, to see what it is, then, because we have some notes showing that where residents have went down to Florida, where we have said, hey, do not pick up trash service. So I wanted to compare that with those emails to make sure, hey, you weren't supposed to be billing us.
So what do they have it listed by person or by address, both?
By address.
Okay, that's what I thought, so
Yeah.
they think it's by house.
Yeah, it's a pretty long.
I think it's an unfortunate situation, but as contracts start getting closer to the end of their lifespan, the attention to such details are going to start being a little bit better taken care of, because at the end of the contract, we will put it back out to bid, and we have history now. So, I don't know how you can politely tell somebody that, the contract's going to be up in a year and a half, but it sounds to me like the direction that we can go is only going to be towards the Republic right now to get them to resolve this. We don't have the resources or the time to babysit their bookkeeping, so that's a failure on their part, I think.
Is there any other questions on that?
But we have a responsibility to reconcile them. If she says they're cooperating and they're agreeable to suggestions right now. So.
And they have been paid for the billing amount, the amount that we have billed. So they've been paid that. They've just not been paid that difference. And it's like for 2 months, it was like $937. It seems like there's a difference for like 2 months there, but still $937. And we were just adding 50 cents onto the bill. So,
Okay.
but while we're discussing that, you guys will go ahead and approve that we need to increase the price during the July bill? Because that's what it's supposed to be.
How it turns out.
By the terms of.
Yeah.
Because their prices gonna go up.
Right, well, I mean, we do that when we sign them.
Yeah.
So it'd be
So right now it's $13.99, and then in July we'll charge $14.42. So you guys are okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's a contract, really, you don't need a motion, we don't need to approve.
I'm sure I just believed you guys were going to consider charging more than 6 cents, or you were thinking about
I think
the
the
elderly being discounted, and some other things. So, just like that, see, think about it next month.
Well, when do you have to know that? Because when did this go?
It'll be, next month would be fine, and then the bills would go out the end of June, so there would be time for you guys to think about it.
I mean, you guys were a part of that when the contract was negotiated. I mean, do you need additional time, or is it already in the contract?
No, I think if it's in the contract, it's gonna raise every year so much, so I mean, I'm fine with it, whenever you need to do it, do it, I mean, are you?
Yeah, oh yeah. No, that was the agreement, the original agreement.
There's no reason to prolong that.
No, as far as making any other changes, I think we'd have to review that.
I'd like to get through the first 3 years before we consider any changes. See where we're at, how it goes, and
I agree with that.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, citizen input. We have some representative engineering companies here tonight. Appreciate your coming down. Take all of your information.
Go first, Steve.
No, I just want to say thanks for consideration of the firm. Hope to interview with you guys.
Well, from my standpoint, I think we're going to interview all of you. We're going to interview all 4, and we appreciate everything you've done up until this point. So we'll definitely look forward to the interview.
No, I think we will too. My part of it is all 4, and so you know the date, you know the time, and you'll all be informed officially when that comes.
My name's Shane Floyd. I'm with United.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was hoping you were from United.
I appreciate you guys sending us the information and the opportunity to present our packet to you, and look forward to talking to you more about it.
Right. And I know Commonwealth left, but what I opened the meeting up with, the opportunity to have an engineering come down and audit our situation. The county guy had mentioned, as though it was a formal investigation you guys have to do to analyze the project. I mean, is it really that complicated, or do you guys just come out and do an oversight of it?
You make it as complicated as you want.
Wow.
And this is the new county engineer too, this guy was that recommended all this stuff.
Right.
Yeah, he's probably feeling his way around too.
We're probably gonna be throwing some feelers out to,
I don't know this, so yeah, probably, I don't know if she told you, probably beware of the cycle of the grants, if it's, you're gonna do a study through Okra, is that what I heard? So now that you know how many grants you're gonna have open.
well, we were
I don't
gonna talk to them and find out if there was any
I
money
think they need
available.
to ask her what is available, if anything, I know it's less for surface water. but-
We've been told there's nothing out there, so.
Yeah,
There's mine. You can get mine. You get a good grant administrator, they'll get you money. But it's just the timelines of when you're doing this, when you're taking this in that county, you're interviewing,
Right.
and when you apply, when you're actually going to apply, if it's next year probably, and when you're doing this planning grant, that's what it's gonna be, a study on your storm. So,
Yeah, they can't have too many going at the same time.
yeah.
They don't like you to have so many open at the same time.
Unfortunately, they both need to be replaced at the same time.
Right.
yeah.
But it may work out timing wise, you know, there'll just be something around that'll have to help guide you through it.
Well, we've gotten some good free advice from a number of engineers that come in and look at our problem, and we do appreciate any offhand recommendations, suggestions you can make, but that's been
I
helpful.
could try it.
It's been critical help.
That's all, man.
At least we haven't been billed for it yet, but just someone that knows what they're doing, and that's what we're searching for, and we don't have any money, that's the problem. But we do appreciate all your advice and Commonwealth. The wife looked at it, shook their head, basically. But we do appreciate your interest.
Thank you, guys.
Any public comment? Chris, did you have something?
I think Doug and I have come to some sort of a plan that will work for us.
Good, okay. Very good,
We have I think we discussed a little bit last meeting, there's an existing meter there, about where they park. I think one time it was the old store that was there, they tore down in the late '70s. There's a pit there. We would probably go ahead and put a new setter and new meter in there, and they're willing to run a line out to that meter.
Good.
We did repair 2 leaks in a line behind the church there, about where the parking lot is, last month. Some galvanized line that actually, the meter's right there by the playground in the sidewalk, but it feeds Maiden Construction. That was done years ago when Brown's, and they had egg place, produce place in there. But it's kind of awkward because the main's on this side, but they set the meter on the east side and then ran across the street at an angle.
Yeah. Well, that solves the problem over there, Chris.
Thanks for sticking with us on that, Chris.
Well, thank you for your willingness to pay attention and think that's some kind of a very good.
You gave us no choice. Anybody else? Okay,
Well, before you make a motion, I wanted to make note that the police department gave us their activity report again. I don't know if you get a chance to really take a look at this, but what it does is it puts a nice picture together for us to look at as we were evaluating the fuel usage and things like that, and the productivity versus the mileage. I've been looking at it every month very closely, and it's balancing out. I'm starting to understand it more, what you guys are actually doing to